This is the WJTS News. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Joey Rehl reporting. A Jasper man was arrested on intimidation charges. On Saturday evening, the Jasper Police Department was dispatched to a domestic disturbance at 2609 Burke Drive. Once officers arrived, their investigation revealed that 55-year-old Roroch Freeze had made intimidating remarks towards other individuals. Freeze was booked into the Dubois County Security Center and is facing charges of intimidation. The Dubois County Sheriff's Office has received several complaints of scamming attempts targeting residents of Dubois County. Many, but not all, of these attempts have specifically targeted senior citizens in our community. The Dubois County Sheriff's Office will be hosting a data privacy and scam prevention seminar at the Older American Center on Thursday, October 13th at 6 p.m. The seminar will be presented by the Indiana Attorney General's Office, and topics of discussion will include how to better protect one's information and how to prevent falling victims to scams. This seminar is free and open to all ages. To register, please call the Older American Center at 812-482-4455. Pedestrian fatalities are on the rise across the state and the nation. As the fall season settles in, shorter days and more hours of darkness bring an increased risk of crashes involving pedestrians, making this October's Pedestrian Safety Month even more important than ever. To prevent these fatalities, the Indiana Criminal Justice Institute is urging drivers and pedestrians to look out for one another and exercise caution this fall. Across the U.S., pedestrian deaths have steadily increased over the last decade, up more than 50% since 2012. Last year alone, 7,342 pedestrians were killed, or an average of 20 people per day, according to a report from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. In Indiana, 124 pedestrians lost their lives in 2021, which is a 33% increase from the previous year and the highest in the past decade. The counties that saw the highest number of fatalities were Marion with 34, Lake had 15, Allen had 11, Madison with 5, and Bartholomew with 4. Together, these counties accounted for more than half of the fatal pedestrian crashes in the state. Moreover, the majority of pedestrian fatalities in Indiana occurred in urban areas with 68% and at night 74%, with September through December being the deadliest time, 10-year data from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration shows. The Indiana Criminal Justice Institute is encouraging motorists and pedestrians to follow the rules of the road and offered the following safety tips. If you are driving, always watch for pedestrians and avoid distractions. Make eye contact with pedestrians. Never drive under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Use extra caution when driving in hard-to-see conditions such as at night or in inclement weather. Follow the speed limit, especially in school zones and neighborhoods where children are present. Pedestrians have the right of way at any crosswalk or intersection, so yield and be prepared to stop. Never pass vehicles stopped at a crosswalk, as there may be people crossing. Some safety tips for pedestrians. Again, follow the rules of the road and obey signs and signals. Stay off of cell phones and pay attention to your surroundings. Make eye contact with drivers. Look left, right, and left again before crossing a street. Cross streets at crosswalks or intersections, and look for cars in all directions. Walk on sidewalks whenever they are available. If there is no sidewalk, walk facing traffic and as far from it as possible. Avoid alcohol and drugs when walking, as they can impair motor skills. For more information about pedestrian safety, visit nhtsa.gov/pedestrians. In this week's Messmer Report, State Senator Mark Messmer explains how fiscal discipline is paying off for Hoosiers. Here's Mark Messmer with this week's Messmer Report.
Hello, this is State Senator Mark Messmer with this week's Messmer Report. In Indiana, we pride ourselves in being one of the most fiscally responsible states in the nation, which helps make our state one of the most affordable places in the country to live. This week, we continued that effort by paying down $2.5 billion in unfunded pension liabilities. In recent years, Indiana's revenue has been outpacing expectations, leaving the state with a surplus. This excess money has been used in a variety of ways, including 2 automatic taxpayer refunds and paying down obligations to our pre-96 Teachers Retirement Fund. By using excess revenues to pay down debt, we're moving up the timeline for when these pension obligations no longer require state general fund support. This means we are moving closer to freeing up an extra $1 billion in our yearly budget. Once the pre-1996 Teachers Retirement Fund is fully funded and self-sustaining, we can explore additional uses for these funds, like additional resources for Hoosiers, transformational projects, or cutting taxes. In addition to paying down debt pension obligations, this year we passed House Enrolled Act 1002 to phase down Indiana's income tax rate to 2.9%, tied for the lowest rate in the nation. This phased-in tax reduction is contingent upon state revenues continuing to grow, ensuring we are still practicing the fiscal responsibility that got us here. Being able to simultaneously cut taxes and pay down debt is an extraordinary feat and shows the strength of our fiscally conservative approach to government. When we continue to pass balanced budgets and commit to working within our means, all Hoosiers benefit. As your state senator, I will continue to advocate for policies that are in the best interest of the taxpayers, and I look forward to exploring the options our financial freedom will allow us in the years ahead. This has been State Senator Mark Messmer with this week's Messmer Report.
As always, feel free to contact Senator Messmer's office directly with any questions or concerns by email at senator.messmer@iga.in.gov or by phone at 800-382-9467. The Indiana Department of Transportation has announced a road closure for US 231 near Loogootee. Beginning on or around Wednesday, October 5th, US 231 north of Loogootee will be closed. This closure will occur near West Boggs Lake. The closure will allow crews to perform a pipe replacement project. The closure is expected to be completed by the end of the week, depending on weather conditions. The official detour is US 50 to I-69 to State Road 58. Local traffic will have access up to the point of closure. The City of Jasper, along with its contractor, will be replacing storm sewer piping on Newton Street from 3rd Street to 6th Street and on 3rd Street from Newton Street to Jackson Street. To facilitate this work, the City of Jasper will be closing Newton Street between 2nd Street and 3rd Street on the dates of Tuesday, October 4th and Wednesday, October 5th for the installation of a large concrete structure. Also, as part of this project, lane restrictions will be in place for the duration of the project. The City of Jasper reminds motorists to use caution and slow down in construction zones. Stay tuned. WJTS News will be right back with a check of weather, and then Kurt Guxell will be in with a look at sports.